How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Secret Sauce Hockey, and today we're going to be going over ankle freedom drills to increase your ankle mobility so you can have that silky smooth, just beautiful skating that's going to get you to the next level. So the reason that this is so important is because it's going to be one of those major factors that's going to help you have less effort in your motion. I would, hesitate to say effortless motion because there is going to be some effort, but we want to go for less effort in your motion and get the downhill effect, as my amigo Jason Yee calls it. And a lot of these drills that I'm going to show you right now are all part of the downhill skating system with Train 2.0. We'll drop a link. So, Jason brought this to my attention, and once this became part of my awareness, I started really noticing that even in the NHL, the best skaters have very loose ankles and a lot of mobility going on there. Your Makars and Erik Karlssons and you name it, all-star guys, their ankles are very loose. And I took this information and I started processing it, and then sometimes I go down to my local rink and I watch the Spokane Chiefs, the WHL team, practice. And even what I noticed when I watched the kids, the young men play is how loose their ankles are and how they naturally had this ankle articulation going on that you don't see from lower level players. And we also have a junior A team that plays at the same rink. One thing that I noticed when I play in scrimmages and stuff with the junior A guys is that their ankle articulation is not on the same level like the WHL players. They're fantastic skaters, very fast and strong and everything, but they're not getting that elite level ankle articulation. So if this might be you that falls in that category, then this is a perfect video for you, because I'm going to go over 6 different drills right now to unlock your ankle freedom and really help you get that silky smooth skating that's going to have other scouts, coaches, people taking notice of you on the ice. And it's just going to help you play better in general. So the first drill is super simple. You're going to get into a wide stance, like double shoulder width apart, almost like you're doing a corkscrew. And first you're going to hold yourself up with your ankle muscles and tendons and all that having some tension on them. And then you're just going to simply relax your ankles. I'm talking about completely relaxed to the point where your ankles are like wet noodles. And what you want to do when you do this is you want to feel the skate boot riding on the outside of your ankle. And there's that pressure point on your high ankle where your skate boot rubs, and you want to feel it. All of your weight of your body is basically being supported on that point by your skate boot. So by doing this, what you're going to learn to do is trust that your skate boot, the stiffness of these carbon fiber boots that we have, is so strong that it can hold up your weight. I don't care if you're 250 pounds, your skate will hold you up. So you got to get that feeling and just become more and more comfortable with that, so you can let that tension go, remove that tension out of your ankles. So with that same thought in mind, you're going to now go step more of a narrow stance and do the outside edges collapse. Do that and feel the inside of your boot riding on the insides of your ankles. And it's the same thing that I just talked about, where your boot's gonna support the weight of your body completely. Your ankles, you want them to just go loose, wet noodle. After you do that, the third one you're gonna do is the standing slalom. So you're basically just gonna go back and forth. You're gonna have inside and outside edge going back and forth on each side. And it's the same thing. You're just gonna feel that point where the boot is riding on your ankle, supporting your weight. Do that so it feels nice and comfortable. And now we're gonna add in 3 drills you're gonna do while moving. Oh, and by the way, those first 3 standing still drills, those are great because you can do that anytime. You can do it in the locker room before you go out to skate, just to kind of loosen up your ankles and get that feeling. You could do it on your rollerblades at home, whatever. A lot of this stuff you can do on rollerblades, pretty much all of this. So the fourth thing we're going over is a moving slalom. And so like everybody's done the slalom drill. I'm gonna say everybody pretty much, like if you've done any kind of even beginner skating classes, this is a thing you've probably done. But But what I want you to do with this is not focus on like pushing with your legs when you're doing it. I want you to get the momentum of the slalom by having your ankles super loose, and so you're just riding on those arcs of your blade, and your ankle articulation is actually going to be what propels you forward. So doing the slalom, but with the awareness that your ankles are super loose, like that same looseness you felt from doing the standing drills, I want you to bring that into the slalom and just let those skates basically just ride on the edges. So that's the first moving drill. The second moving drill is the forward stride ankle collapse. So with this, what you want to do is let your ankle collapse actually create your forward momentum. And this is kind of showing you how that fall is generated with your skating, that downhill use of gravity that we're going for the less effort in your motion. And so what you do is just every time as you step forward, you know, it's gonna maybe look in the video like I'm pushing back with my skate, but I assure you, I'm not pushing at all. I'm absolutely just letting my skate boot collapse onto my ankle, and as that happens, I'm moving forward. And so you just do that from side to side and get that same feeling. Feel your skate boot collapse onto your ankle, and your ankle being extremely loose and relaxed. Do that until it feels nice and comfortable, and then we can move on to the final drill. And this is going to be your crossover, cross under, call it what you will, ankle collapse drill. So what you're gonna do is just go slowly in a circle doing crossovers, and you're really focusing on the outside edge of your inside foot. And as you go on that, you wanna collapse the ankle so much so you should be able to get the skate boot actually scraping on the ice when you're doing this. And at first you might think like you're gonna, you know, catch your boot and you might stumble or something, but you won't, because every time your boot collapses and it hits the ice, your other foot's gonna come and keep you up. So don't worry about that. The other thing with this is it's similar to the forward stride, where it might look in the footage like I'm pushing off with that inside leg with the outside edge, but there's no push involved. It's literally my leg is just, as the skate collapses, my leg is getting sucked back underneath me. So I'm doing that and then recovering, and then my leg collapse is getting sucked back underneath me. So do these drills without any pushing, and that's really what you need to get the feel of, to feel when your skate boot collapses, the momentum it generates from gravity. And this is, again, a huge part of the downhill skating system, that once you master this, you're gonna be flying. What I recommend is do these 6 drills, these regressions, and then after you've done them, just spend some time skating around and really feeling your crossovers and your forward stride. And you can do other mechanics if you know the corkscrew, shuffle, things like that, and just really focus not on the speed or other points, other form points of the mechanics. Just hone in on that looseness of your ankles and spend some time just getting to know that, getting to feel it. Trust me, this is gonna be a huge unlock for you, as it was for me in my journey in learning to be a better hockey player. And I truly know that with you guys doing this stuff, like, you're gonna be way better than me. And that's the point of me making these videos, is so you can excel and you can be the best hockey player you can be. So get out there and do these drills, and let me know in the comments how it goes for you. If you have any questions about the details of the drills or anything, I'll definitely answer them, and we'll catch you in the next Secret Sauce video. Have fun out there and enjoy your playing.